What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kick it off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's ball. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to... out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short.
There he goes. Just plowing ahead. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. It's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Hansen. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for you.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Great place to start for this offense. To the air. It's Knight. They're working that left side. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On the move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. It's a reverse. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the little razzle-dazzle? They try to hand the sweep on 4th down and give it to a wide receiver. The defense was locked in, did a great job seeing it, going, attacking in it, tackle him to the ground. Big 4th down stop by this defense.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Fires to the big fella. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Sturdivant. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hawkins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high load. Chop block.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Knight. He tries to take the top off. Wide open. He makes the catch. He's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's ball. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's ball. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
And they swarm him under.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense going to try to run the ball again here.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Knight. Setting up the screen. Wide open spaces. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Still looking on the move. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Rushes on him. Complete on the comeback. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Just going to keep it after the snap. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. The give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his...
Oh, it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
Takes the handoff. It's ball. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's got the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Knight. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
He's going for a big play downfield. A full dive to haul that one in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly, because this has been way too easy.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Lagway. Looking down the middle. Got his man. And he's still running after the move. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This will likely be the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Knight. He wants to go deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Auburn. And that one will give him the lead.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Some misdirection with the counter. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage, like nobody covers him at all. And that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
Hand off to the single back. Can't get him to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Livingston. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
The Gators are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Buys a little extra time. Spits it out to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Ball. Just steamrolling the deep. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these in routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Sturdivant. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Here comes the heat. Gets the first himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Clark. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Glagway. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The 3rd sack of the day. Hard to have a good passing attack when your quarterback's trying to throw from his back.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Simmons. just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Knight. He lofts one down the sideline. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He's got it. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is tough. Second half of the game, you're down by 3. You know a field goal is going to tie it, but this is a golden opportunity here, David, to take the lead. I think I'm going for the touchdown.
Green light. I'm going for it. Second half, man, I can take the lead right here. I like my chances, and even if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lagway. Under fire. Snags it down the right side. Lots of running room. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Gets the back moving. Direct snap. It's Flagway. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Quarterback making adjustments. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Gators! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Knight. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a grab for a big play. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
What a throw on first down, first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and he lobs one high down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Got him downfield. Gives him the big stiff arm. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Frazier. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Hard running there. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tries again to get it in. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. dropping back. It's Knight. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, they got to move fast, and obviously you're going for this on 4th down, and you got to think about how many chunk plays I can get, move the sticks, get down the field. I got to get a score, Jesse, in this critical moment.
So start thinking about who are your best players and who need...
Touchdown, Tigers! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. He gets it into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good, and the gamble gives them the lead by 1. He'll bring it out. It's Ball. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. It's complete to the right.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. The play-action fake. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's out of bounds and doing everything they can to save every second. 23 seconds to go.
Well, you're trailing here in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the 1st down, yes, but also getting out of bounds and try and preserve as many seconds as you can on the clock.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the 1st down, looking for more. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. And he got it. Redemption, atonement, missed earlier, but when it mattered most, he nailed it. That was fun. And it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, throwing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, Dave, and that's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play, but you could see it.